This video is sponsored by SOLO-WERKS Suspension.
What's up guys, it's Zach from the Rolling Times. I'm super excited today because we're going to be putting my brand new SOLO-WERKS coils on the GTI. Huge shout out to SOLO-WERKS Suspension because they hooked me up with these coilovers to do this video, and I definitely need them because the coils on the car right now are blown. So the first thing we want to do is jack up the car. At this point, if you do not have an impact gun, I would loosen the lugs before you lift the car up. But I have an impact gun, so I'm going to jack the car up, support it with jack stands. Very important, don't get under the car, just support it by the jack. Make sure you put the car on jack stands. Alright guys, we're going to start on the front of the car. We're going to remove this wheel and go from there. Alright, now we have the wheel off. If you guys are currently on stock suspension, you may have to remove this axle nut here. This is a 27mm nut. Easiest to be removed by an impact gun. If you don't have an impact gun, you can put a screwdriver in the rotor. That'll keep everything from moving. Put a lug nut in the rotor, and you can break this loose with a breaker bar. Since I already have coilovers on the car, I won't have to remove this to get the coilover out, so we're going to skip that step. Moving under the car, we're going to want to remove the sway bar end link off the coilover for your stock suspension. That's an 18mm nut to remove that. And then we're also going to want to remove the bolt that goes through the steering knuckle that holds the strut to the steering knuckle. At this point, if you're on stock suspension, you will want to put a jack under the control arm because the stock suspension is loaded a lot more than the coilover suspension is. So before you remove this one, put the jack under the control arm. Just support the control arm a little bit, so when you take that out, you can slowly relieve the pressure by letting the jack down. So I took out the nut that holds the coilover to the knuckle. I didn't have this triple square, so if you're in a pinch, you can use a 3/8 extension to hold that and spin this 18 off with the impact. I wouldn't recommend doing it like that, but I don't have the right triple square and I got to get this video done, so it worked fine for me. I loosened this first with the impact, and then just to keep it from spinning, I stuck the extension in there with a ratchet and spun the nut the rest of the way off. After our knuckle drops out of the coilover and that's all ready to go, we want to come up here under the hood, and there's 3 13mm bolts we want to remove to drop the coilover out of the strut tower. By the book, you're supposed to remove this completely and take off the wiper blades to do that. Well, we're not going to do all that. We're just going to pop it up like this because it saves some time. Take your 13mm and loosen these suckers up. So now that we have the old coilover off, at this point, if you're reusing your strut mount, you'll want to take off this top nut. That's usually a 22mm nut. Word of caution, if you have stock suspension, you will need to put your suspension in a spring compressor before removing this top piece, because it's under a lot of pressure and it'll shoot off and probably hurt you at the very least. If you have a coilover, you're taking it off, you don't need a spring compressor, you can just pop that off, although you could use a spring compressor if you want to be safe. I would recommend getting brand new strut mounts and bearings. That's what I did. SOLO-WERKS sent me brand new strut mounts and bearings. Alright, so here we have our new strut mount, we have our new bearing. The bearing just goes in the mount like that. And you have a washer, and you have your 22mm nut here. But before we put that on there, SOLO-WERKS recommends that you cycle the strut a few times. Just like this. Till it's returning nice. Then We'll put our strut mount on like so. And a big mistake most people make is they run this top nut on with an impact and it spins the shock around, and really what that does is end up destroying your suspension. So all these people get coilover, they run this nut on with an impact, and then 2 months later they're complaining their suspension's blown. So whatever you do not run this on with an impact. If you're just taking the mounts off your old struts and you run those off with an impact or whatever, no big deal, you're going to throw this away anyway. But for your new suspension, you want to run this on with a special socket. It's like this, or a spark plug socket you could use for a 22mm. But you stick this on here and you can hold the center strut with an Allen and then tighten that nut down without spinning the shaft. Alright, so once you have the 3 bolts in up top, then you're going to want to start putting together the bottom. I put a jack under the control arm to support the control arm. Go up. And we're in. Alright, I need my ratchet, I need my extension, I need the impact with an 18 on. Recommend using a deep 18 for that. Next we want to hook up our sway bar end length. That's another 18mm. So moving on to the rear, we'll come back to the front when we put the wheels on, get everything lowered, because once everything's back together, we're going to want to tighten down everything up top. Alright, so once we have the rear wheel off, we're going to want to remove these 2 bolts here on the strut mount. They are 16mm. Our cameraman was slacking, but the next thing you want to do is pop this spring out. What I did to do that, I put the breaker bar in here to get leverage to bring the control arm down, and then just pulled the spring out. After you have the spring out, there's a 21mm bolt on the back of the strut on the bottom, and you'll want to remove that next. You have this 21mm bolt loose. I'm going to take it the rest of the way out. Set that aside, and then your old strut can come out, and we'll want to remove this mount off of here so we can use it on our new strut. There we go. It's just like we did for the front. We're going to want to cycle the strut before we put it on. Then we're going to want to put that mount on. Alright, so we're going to put the strut in. We're going to start bottom bolt here. Once we have that bottom bolt in, we're going to put the spring in before we connect the strut mount up top. You want to put your coilover adjuster in the top like that. Have somebody pry down on the control arm. A little bit more, Dan. More. So close. It needs like another inch. Oh, yep. Alright. Let it blow up.
Cameraman had to assist.
Wait, this spring needs to go forward a little bit. Yeah, okay. We're good.
Go ahead.
You got it?
Yep.
Alright, come down a little more. Can you come down more? Alright. Alright guys, well that pretty much wraps up most of the install. It's getting dark now, so I'm going to finish the other side quick off camera because it's kind of getting too dark to record. Once we get the wheels back on, we get the car on the ground, we're going to go around the front and make sure all the bolts are tight, the 3 bolts, and then also the center bolt that the strut mount's held on with as well. And then we'll put this thing on the ground, go find somewhere lit up, and show you what it looks like and how it rides. Install's all finished. I did run into some issues on the driver's side. You will have to remove the rain tray for the driver's side. Also, my sway bar end link on the driver's side wouldn't come out, so I had to cut that out, so I have to replace that. So before I do a review of how they ride, I want to get that replaced, and I also want to do my control arm bushings. But I have to say, even with that sway bar end link cut, these things ride phenomenal, like so much better than my old coils. Granted, they were blown, but like it rides really good, so I'm really happy.